What is up, YouTube? No BS guide to getting aesthetic, getting that warrior-like physique. Number one, focus on proportions and the V taper. The upper chest, the shoulders, the lats. The lats have that V, that width that actually bring your physique and completes the physique. The upper chest, a lot of people, when they're doing exercises, they're only doing push-ups, they're only doing dips. And when you neglect your upper chest, you're wasting your time. Because, for example, Andrew Tate, incredible physique, right? But he mostly did a lot of push-ups. And you can see his chest has this droopy-like consistency, right? If you want a nice aesthetic and full rounded out chest like Ziz, focus on the upper chest. I say as a beginner, you should only focus on the upper chest. So for example, doing decline push-ups or incline bench presses, those are amazing. And you can also always do the incline flies as well. That's what I do personally. Shoulders are incredibly important to finish out that V, right? Because they say that the man's shoulder is equivalent to a woman's ass. It's equally as attractive when a man has big shoulders, because it kind of shows that we can hold up, we're strong. Shoulders, and the way to get that nice rounded capped shoulder is to, I say as a beginner, focus on the compound movements. So for example, at home, you can do pike push-ups, and at the gym, overhead presses, military presses. Those are going to be your best bet as a beginner. Also, of course, you also want to work on your medial part of the delt. So your deltoid, which is your shoulder, has three main areas: the frontal, the medial, and the rear delt. The frontal, when you're doing dips, push-ups, you're working on those. The medial, when you're doing flies, you're working that. On the back, when you're doing pull-ups, rows, etc., face pulls, you're working on the rear delt. And I definitely suggest doing all three of those types of movements. But if you want a nice, complete compound thing that works everything in your shoulders, overhead press will be your best bet as a beginner, and even as an advanced person, it's definitely a great workout. One of my favorite workouts personally. Number two, do not neglect the neck, arms, or legs. Train everything. I see a lot of YouTubers say, oh, don't train neck because it doesn't look aesthetic. BS. Reason why is because when you don't train your neck, like all your gains kind of go out the window. I mean, when you put a shirt on, you look like you don't even lift. Like there's literally videos of really aesthetic, amazing, huge guys, but when their neck is small, they look feminine, bro. They don't even lift, you know? The neck really, it really definitely adds to the masculine. So if you want to look more masculine and more based, more like a Giga Chad, work on your neck, okay? Train your neck twice a week. Absolutely. Your arms are going to automatically grow with your body, with your physique. My arm genetics, they don't grow as much as my torso, so I have to work on those. But for now, as a beginner, only focus on compound movements, and definitely train the arms, absolutely. But the compound movements like pull-ups, bench press, dips, the deadlifts, the squats, those are going to train every part of your body, including your arms. The only thing about it is that it won't fully affect the arms. So definitely do not neglect the arms. Train the arms. Have an arm day, or in your back workout, add arms. Add a nice dedicated arm workout. Legs, do not neglect the legs, okay? Absolutely do not neglect the legs. I see too many people at the gym. They have immaculate upper body physiques, but their legs are literal twigs. So they put on joggers to hide their twig legs, and it's honestly embarrassing to see. If you really want a nice, full, aesthetic, complete physique, train the legs. Do not neglect the legs or the calves. Number three, stop junk volume, okay? So beginners think that the more they do, the more they're going to grow. And that is absolutely not the case, okay? If you are a beginner, stop doing bro splits and stop doing 5 sets per exercise. That's not gonna get you anywhere. As a beginner, I would say the max amount of sets to do, 3 sets per exercise, 4 to 5 exercises per workout. You should absolutely not be doing 10 exercises in one day with 5 sets like some advanced bodybuilder. You're not Sebum, you're not Lex Little, okay? You're not Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? You're not any of those guys. You are a beginner and you should humble yourself and do compound strength training and focus on your strength to build that base. Arnold himself said that. In his first couple years of training, he actually did only 6 workouts. It's called Arnold's Golden 6. He only did 6 workouts and only 3 sets each, okay? Because that is actually what adds, and that's what makes the strength. When you do an exercise, you are basically sending a signal to your brain to have that muscle grow, okay? And then once you actually send the signal, there's no use adding more signals. Your brain already gets the hint to grow the muscle. It doesn't need an extra signal. So when you're doing that extra 4th, 5th set, you're basically just wasting your time and wasting your energy to actually use that energy to grow when you're resting. So train with high intensity and only bump up the volume when you are advanced enough to do so. It's when your body's like, okay, yeah, this does not do enough. It's time to add an extra set. Number 4, if you are skinny, bulk. Don't even think about cutting, okay? I see so many, there's these skinny people, bro, like trying to, oh yeah, I'm gonna bulk, but then during the summer I'm gonna cut. It doesn't work like that, my friend. If you are skinny as shit, you should be bulking for a solid 2 years, bro. Or like a year and a half at least. Come on, man. You don't have that base to cut from, okay? And I'm not saying to do a dirty bulk. I'm not saying to eat like insane and get fat. What I'm saying is be in a caloric surplus for years to come so you build a nice foundation, and when you see that you are fit and you have a good frame of muscle on your body, that is when you cut, okay? That's what it takes to get a truly aesthetic physique as a natural. And if you are fat, cut. Eat more protein and less carbs to maintain muscle. Be in a caloric deficit, okay? And if you are skinny fat, there is something called a body recomp. And what a body recomp is where you are maintaining the same weight, but you're transferring the weight from fat to muscle. And I'm not fully sure on exactly how to do that. There's a lot of videos online on how to do that. From what I know, it's literally just eating at your maintenance, eating a lot of protein, and simply hitting the gym. That's what I know about it. I'm not an expert on it. I think I've been recomping my entire life, honestly. And just recently I started to bulk because I was at around the same weight, 158, for months and months at a time. And then just now I finally broke the 160 barrier and we are good. And boom, that is your no BS quick guide on becoming aesthetic, okay? You don't need any more information. The more information you get, the more you're overloading your mind with, oh my gosh, you're literally the nerd emoji when you're researching the most optimal split to do. Nah, get your ass to the gym, get your ass to the kitchen, start eating food, start eating healthy food, start hitting the gym, and let's go. Hard work. You got this, my friend. Let's all become Giga Chads. Let's go.